How's it going, everyone? It is Prashan here. We have another Marvel Snap deck highlight for you. We have WICCAN here. I made a WICCAN is here video that I haven't put out yet. I think it's me playing WICCAN for the first time. It's basically me being not sure about the card. I'm pretty sure it'll come out later, but it'll feel old when it comes out because I recorded it days ago. But WICCAN, I'm still not so sure about. On reveal, if you spent all of your energy this game, plus 2 max energy. So it seems pretty good, right? Reading what it says, but overall, when you play the games, there's so many things that could go wrong. You could not draw the cards you need to draw. Locations can mess you up. An enemy can play like Yondu and get rid of your domino, and you're basically screwed. So there's so many things that could go wrong, and you can probably not even get WICCAN in a game as well, or it gets hit by Copycat and your opponent takes advantage. I really hate Copycat now, by the way. Copycat is so good. But let's take a look at a deck that Rocco Leo made. He's, I think, in the top like 100 or 200 right now. So he's having a lot of success playing this. So we'll go straight into the deck, and then we'll play some games with it, and then hopefully we can get some dubs ourselves. So let's cut right in to it, and here it is. All right, there we go. I was like, oh, there's a delay. So Wicked Loki by Rocco Leo. So we have Nico, Quicksilver, Quinjet, Mirage, Psylocke, Cable, Valentina, Agent Coulson, Loki, Nocturne, WICCAN, and Mockingbird. So Nico here, Nico does so many things. Nico is so flexible. She can turn a card that you don't want into a demon, or like Quicksilver into a demon to profit off of the extra power. Nico could destroy one of your lower cost cards. That way you could get more card draw. Nico can move a card into a location that you need her to go into. And she could buff your next card or even change a location or buff herself. The location changing is so clutch, especially when someone tries to play Limbo and they think they have you. And then next we have Quicksilver. Quicksilver is just here to play on curve. Something to play on 1 just in case you don't get one of your other 1 costs. And he can be played on 2 with something else as well. You could play Quinjet, the card I believe I'm going to be talking about next, and Quicksilver on 2. That way your curve is always there. And of course, Quinjet, it synergizes with so many other cards in this deck, like Loki, Mirage, Cable, Agent Coulson, Valentina. So many cards in this deck that this goes well with. And you can play it on curve, like I mentioned before. And then next, we have Mirage, a good card to play on too. Mirage, I think, tends to be forgotten lately, but I think she gains a lot of value in this deck, especially something you could play on curve. And then if you're playing Loki anyways, you want to copy your opponent's cards. So you copy one of their cards, and it gets buffed. It gets +2 power by Mirage. And next, we have Psylocke here. Psylocke is just here. That way you could play WICCAN on curve. You could just play WICCAN on turn 3. You don't have to worry about playing a 3 cost on 3 to get WICCAN out and take advantage of that +2 power. And plus you take advantage of that +2 power a turn early. Next we have Cable, just a little mill, right? You take a card, you're playing Loki anyways, so you want to play their cards for the most part anyways. And then next we have Valentina. Valentina, I think, is a pretty good card overall. The fact that you could get a 6 cost right, for -2 power, and then especially on turn like if you have Quinjet out already on turn 1, you could play that cost or 6 cost on 3, which is insane. So much value from Valentina. Plus she's a card to play on curve. And next we have Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson gets a random 4 and 5 cost card into your hand, so you can play him on 3, and then when he adds 2 cards in your hand, hopefully he adds a 4 just in case you don't have WICCAN, and you can still play on curve. But I think this late in the game, if you don't have WICCAN on 4, there's probably no point in playing WICCAN. You should abandon that plan and just play towards the board. And of course, we have Loki. Loki is still pretty good. You just replace your deck with your opponent's deck. The only thing I find bad about this is Cassandra, right? Because when you replace your deck, you gain more cards. It's not like your deck just stays the same size, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, like the only bad thing about Loki is Cassandra could still get off after the fact. After you've played Loki, Cassandra could get big still. then next we have Nocturne, one of the best 3-drops in the game, in my opinion. She could change a location. She can move into another location on the drop of a dime. That way you could get more power. You just have to be careful of the locations she changes it into. Sometimes it doesn't go in your favor. And then, of course, we have WICCAN on reveal. If you spend all of your energy this turn, plus 2 max energy. This is the card we're basically building around. At 2 max energy, it can do so much and go a long way, especially with Loki and Quinjet on the board. You can just flood them on the final turns. And then next, we have Mockingbird. So Mockingbird takes advantage of basically every card in this deck. Your Mirage, your Cable, your Valentina, your Agent Coulson, your Loki, all the cards that they produce can reduce the cost of Mockingbird. And sometimes you could play her for nothing, or you just play her for like 1 or 2, and it's perfectly fine. So that is it for this deck. I think substitutions, I know you guys always ask for substitutions. I really don't think, I think the only card you might not have is Valentina, right? Is Valentina the only card you guys might not have? So I think instead of Valentina, a good card to have is White Widow. If you don't have White Widow, you could always go like Hawkeye, Kate Bishop if you bought the season pass. I think that's a pretty good card. And then you could always try to go like something big. You could go Maximus, or you could go Zabu. Zabu is a good card too to play in this deck, just so you could get out Wicked a turn early. So those are my suggestions. And then Mockingbird, if you don't have Mockingbird, you could just go big with something else. You could probably play like a Magneto or a Doctor Doom, something like that, like something big. That's my suggestion. I'm pretty sure those are the cards, right? And if you don't have like Nocturne, you just play a good 3-drop, right? Another good 3-drop. I think Sage is pretty good. Cassandra's pretty good. Bishop's pretty good because you're flooding the board. If you want to play their cards, you could go Morph. There's so many things you could do in that 3 spot. So that is it for this deck. So let's play some games and hopefully we could get some dubs. Project Pegasus. So this is what I'm talking about as far as this sucking, right? So let's play Quinjet, Quicksilver. No, let's play Quinjet, Psylocke, Agent Coulson. And we should be able to, well, we can't really, yeah, we can get something out super early, huh? So we got Rescue and Gamora. They play Jessica Jones, Medusa, intermediate range. So there's nothing for us really, right? Could we go Nocturne or could we go Rescue? And then play Nocturne next turn? Alright, we're turn 3. Still no Wiccan in our hand, which is fine. We could go Nocturne, and then we could move her out of the way. I'm just wondering if they're playing like Storm or Legion, just based off of like how this deck is. Ironheart. So they get a rock. Turn 4. I believe. Let's go Mirage and Cable. We could get 2 of their cards. Quinjet takes advantage of it, right? So we might as well do that. And then we still have the flexibility of moving Nocturne, and Gamora is a very good card to play. So we'll see what they do here. They are taking a minute, which is fine. They can't storm me. Maybe that's like one thing they thought they could do. So it looks like one of those decks, right? So American Chavez. Wolfsbane, okay. White Tiger. So this is on reveal deck. So there's Odin. I think should go Gamora, move Nocturne, play Quicksilver. Oh man. So 19. Let's go. I'm gonna go Nico. White Tiger. They go White Tiger. Nice. Good dubs. Let's go. GG's.
Victory.
So with no Loki, no Wiccan, we're still able to get the dub. Alright, so we got Quicksilver, Psylocke, Mockingbird to start off. Jotunheim is the first location. Oh, nice. So we got Wiccan. So we can play Quicksilver, Psylocke, and then Wiccan. Perfect. So they play Quicksilver too. We get a roll. Let's go Psylocke. So we're running out of room already. They play Zabu. Let's go. So I'm pretty sure they have Wiccan, huh? Got the Volt. Let's go Wiccan. Crossbones. So we got 6. I'm gonna go Agent Coulson Nocturne. I was expecting a Wiccan. Now we get Wiccan. Alright, turn 5. Let's go Nocturne. Claw. I'm gonna go Vibranium. And another Quinjet. So we should be able to secure the Volt just by that extra 12 power that we're putting in there. So the Volt should be secure. We're just gonna have to fight for the other locations, right? Project Pegasus. We could play everything out. Last turn. So they have Nocturne as well. Oh, that only ties us. Man, oh man, that only ties us over there. I think we go Mockingbird, and then we have to go Loki Man Thing. I mean, the thing. And then that's it. Man. So I think we probably got beat.
It's clobbering time.
Magneto.
We are the future.
Agree. White Widow. Oh my goodness. What? What? We won by 1 point. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. That is crazy. I can't believe this one. We won by 1 point. That is wild. That is wild. GG's, man. GG's. That is crazy. Alright, so we have Quicksilver, Nico, Valentina to start off. Destroyed Mansion. What do I do here? I'm gonna go Nico. I want to copy the vibranium. I think the vibranium has good value. So Elysium. Let's do Nocturne. No, I'm gonna go Vibranium and Nocturne. Oh man. That hurts. That hurts the soul, huh? So just because of that, I'm gonna move Nocturne. I'm gonna play Vibranium and then Psylocke. They're not gonna take advantage of Elysium while we can't. Magneto. Excellent pull. Gladiator pulls out. Cable. Get a Forge from them. So I'm guessing they're a Surf. Some type of Surf deck. We'll go Forge. Coulson. Devil Dino. Lady Sith? What are they playing? Turn 5. I think we go Devil Dino. They go Sarah. I think we have to go Magneto, right? I don't know what they're playing. They have to be playing Surfer.
We are the future.
Let's go. GG's.
Victory.
It's weird. I wonder what they were playing. They're trying to play. All right, that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. How do you guys feel about Wiccan so far? Is it good, bad? Do you guys think this deck will work? If you guys would make any changes, what would you make as a change? Hopefully the suggestions I made will work out for you guys. And that is it. Thank you for watching. If you are a returning subscriber, if you're a fan of the channel, just hit that like button. If you are new and you want to see decks every single day, I am your guy. Just hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Till next time, be safe, keep on snapping, and peace.
Snap.